So today I'd like to talk about a topic that's very relevant to me because I personally experienced it, and this is on hormonal balance. So first of all, the key thing is how do you achieve proper hormones? It's very simple for me. I've found out it's through the healing power and energy of essential oils paired with lifestyle changes. So you can't really just do essential oils and then just live your life as is. You also need a proper balance through nutrition, reducing toxic load, exercise, and I know this is very hard, reducing constant stress, which we all actually experience day by day. But through essential oils and nutrition, we can achieve our proper hormonal balance. So I've recently come to realize that the thing that limits us most is how we take care of everyone and everything first, and then put ourselves last. But the thing is, if we do this, our health takes a toll. We're constantly bombarded with stress. So everyone else is okay, but we're not okay, right? So the thing is, if this is the case, then we're not okay, and then eventually we can't take proper care of everyone else around us. So for achieving proper hormone balance, for me specifically, I have endometriosis, but it's a lot better now compared to before. It's very simple. So I found out it's through the healing energy and power of essential oils paired with lifestyle changes. And so I'd like to focus on 5 things. Primarily, that's nutrition, reducing toxic load, exercise, stress management, and proper self-care. Regarding nutrition, I would say that's first and foremost because if we don't eat right, then we don't perform right and we feel a lot of things. So I would suggest if you want your hormones to function properly, you need to take care of your eating. And I'd say that out of faith because sometimes we all cheat, right? We all have our cheat days, but it's okay, we just bounce back. So first of all, I would suggest lifelong vitality. This has helped me a lot because let's face it, right? The age and day we live in, we're bombarded with a lot of toxins. Even when you breathe in air, usually it's contaminated with pesticides. And the food we eat, it's usually bombarded with chemicals, a lot of preservatives and hormones. And so this has helped me because usually when someone has some sort of hormone imbalance, that's because they have too much estrogen in their body. And so LLV, which is also lifelong vitality, this is really my number one suggestion. So if you take this, how it helps is that because you have proper nutrition and you have proper vitamins that your body can readily absorb, then you can take care of maintaining your estrogen level. So after LLV, some oils that I personally suggest, these are my top 6 oils to combat hormones. So this is for women of childbearing age. So the first and most important is clary sage. This is so important because it helps to balance your estrogen. Usually, if you have too little or too much estrogen, this one can help you balance, and also it reduces your cortisol level when you feel stress in your body. And the other oils that are very important are thyme, lavender, ilang-ilang, bergamot, and geranium. So these top 6 oils are my favorites for me personally because my hormones are out of whack. And then also, I would also like to suggest that, it sounds easier said than done, but we also need to have our body moving all the time. So if we live a sedentary life, then it's hard for everything else to be balanced. So, even just for me, what I do because I'm so busy, I have a very rowdy toddler, and so what I do, every day you just take even 30 minutes to go outside, walk around, and get some sun. So lastly, besides the 6 lovely oils, I would also like to suggest rosemary oil. So rosemary oil, usually for me, because of hormone imbalance, I'm usually very fatigued. Sometimes I don't know why, I just have really bad brain fog, then I develop headaches, and sometimes I lose hair. And so one oil that I really like is rosemary oil. Rosemary is actually one of my favorites because I just really like the smell. And at the same time, it's also very good for your hormones. How it works is that it helps to manage and maintain your proper estrogen level. So if you have too much estrogen, like me, or too little, then how it works, it helps to maintain it at its proper equilibrium. And at the same time, rosemary is very good for your immune system, and it also helps to support proper thyroid function, which thyroid and hormones are very much together. Also, lastly, rosemary is also good for your hair. Usually when you have some sort of hormonal imbalance, you tend to lose hair, and so you have a lot of hair fall. So for me, what I did before, I combined lavender with rosemary diluted with fractionated coconut oil, and then you just massage your scalp. So try to do this every day and see if it helps your hair to be more nourished and to grow properly. So another thing that I'd like to discuss is the symptoms related to hormonal imbalance. One of which is we all get really stressed, right? And so I'd like to address how we manage our stress. First of all, related to stress, when you're really stressed, your thyroid doesn't function properly, and so you're constantly tired. You're always tired, and you have brain fog. And so one easy way to help this is in the afternoon when you're feeling really slumped and you're just super tired. You just diffuse. This is really yummy. You diffuse spearmint with wild orange. And so, you can, after a few minutes, you feel, for me at least, you feel instantaneously uplifted. And in addition, when you're stressed, for example, someone annoys you, that can actually wreak havoc on your hormones. So what I suggest, when you experience this, like someone annoys you or you're just annoyed with life, then you just take vetiver and lavender or any citrus oil, for example, tangerine, and you apply it behind your neck like this, and you just take time to massage yourself, and you take some on the palms of your hands and then cup your hands to inhale and just take deep breaths. And even if you take 2 minutes, if you need 5 minutes, go ahead. Usually that's all we need when we're annoyed, we're stressed, instead of damaging our hormones. We have the power and the capacity to properly heal ourselves. And so just take time, just breathe, and just inhale in that sweet aroma. So lastly, I'd like to suggest PB Assist Junior. You can actually, for adults, you take PB Assist, but I tried this, after a good friend recommended this, and it's really yummy. It's strawberry melon flavored. Usually I suggest this because if your hormones are out of whack, usually it also means you don't have a good gut microbiome. And so I always suggest any kind of illness, taking probiotics is really good. In addition, I would also like to suggest taking maca. Maca, okay, this is before I researched on maca, I always thought maca, that's related to libido. And if someone wants to, try to give birth, and that's what they take. Actually, it's more than that. I've researched that if you take gelatinized maca, not just any maca, it has to be gelatinized, so there's no starch content anymore, so it's very gentle on your stomach. It won't give you stomach aches or anything like that. If you take maca regularly, then it will also help to stabilize your hormones. So lastly, to end, I would just like to say, you have the power to heal your body And actually, our body was beautifully made for this reason. That instead of just treating the symptoms, we treat it at the root cause. And so, for me, recently, usually when I was in college, whenever my period would come, I would get really bad breakouts. And that's at a young age. I did not know that was already a sign of hormonal imbalance. So recently, I've been taking LLV and then also my oils. I take it religiously day to day. Every day I take it. And so I've noticed that I have less bloating, and also I don't develop acne anymore. And so I've noticed every day because of my day-to-day usage of these oils, and at the same time because of managing my stress levels and eating properly, then you feel better. You're less angry with the world. You're less annoyed with life, and you just feel more empowered. So thank you for listening to me, and I hope this has helped you.